So many congratulations, Hiresh, for securing AIR 3 in CA Intermediate May 24 examinations. Lots and lots
Thank
of
you so much,
to you.
brother.
Congratulations to you, your mummy, your papa, all others in your family. Okay, and as I can see, आपके background में तो already celebrations चल रहे हैं.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot.
Okay, ये celebrations पीछे कब हुआ था, किसने किया, थोड़ा सा ये बताइए.
Yeah. So actually, I have my orientation course going on in the morning. So my parents and my brother actually had this as a surprise for me.
Okay,
So yeah, they decorated my entire room with balloons.
this your study room in which you studied for CA Intermediate day in day out?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Um, so tell me something. When did you take your CA Foundation exams?
So CA Foundation exams I had appeared in June 2023.
June 23. Okay. And in that, any rank? For rank?
No, foundation
In
don't have
foundation,
any
there was
rank.
no rank. I just tend to
Yeah.
forget. Anyways. So in that, how much total you got in CA Foundation?
So I got 312 out of 400.
312. And
Yes.
how much in mathematics?
Mathematics 88.
88. Accounts?
Accounts around 80. I don't remember exactly, like one or two marks here and there. Yeah.
Fine. Which was your favorite subject till class 12?
Maths.
Maths. Okay, good.
Yes.
So now in CA Intermediate and CA Final, you don't find any maths except the number crunching that is there. Okay, you must be missing it out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Uh,
But financial management and all also has a lot of calculations. So in a way, we are doing maths.
yeah, numbers are there
Yeah.
all around. Uh, you are familiar about Jay, who secured AIR1 in the previous term.
Yes.
Okay. How do
So
you know him?
yeah. So actually, we both were in the same maths class, and he was 1 year elder to me. So my maths sir always used to tell me about him, about like he was very brilliant. So he used to tell me about him, and we used to share things with each other. Yeah. So he was actually my inspiration for getting a rank, I would say, because when I had heard about his interviews and all with you, with Bhavar sir, so that's when I had thought that one day I'll be here and you will have my you'll be taking my interview actually.
Perfect. I have been extremely impressed by Jay. Okay, met him physically with family. I plan to do the same thing with you after this initial introduction that will take place today. And Jay is like a multi-bagger stock. Okay, if he would have been a stock, I would have put in a lot of money into him.
Yes.
He's joined CFA program also. He's preparing for CFA also along with CA and doing good articleship. His father is also a practicing chartered accountant. Tell me something about your family.
So actually, both my parents are chartered accountants. My dad was the head of internal audit before with Shakurji Palanji, the Forbes Group,
Okay.
and my mom is actually the managing director of VIP Industries.
Oh, good. And your
Yeah,
brother, elder brother or younger brother? I just did not hear that.
elder brother.
Elder brother. What is he doing?
Yes. So actually, he gave his group one in May 2024, and he cleared the same.
Hmm.
And he'll appear for the second group in November 24.
Okay. See.
And he has completed 2 levels of CFA as well,
Oh,
and he had completed his articleship in EY.
okay. Great. So very financially oriented family, contributing a lot to the entire ecosystem. Good. I really
Marwadi Banya family, actually.
correct. Tell me something. When you studied for your CA Inter, okay, like after CA Foundation, did you wait for the results or start CA Inter study straight away?
No, so actually, I gave myself a bit of break after the foundation exams. And in the first week of August, I started my classes full-fledged.
Okay. And
Yes.
the pressures that people usually find after CA Inter, picking up all the subjects which are actually new, whether it's financial management or cost or taxation, both the DT, IDT aspects, and even the level of accounts which is there. Okay. How do you what comment do you have to make about the maturity level required or the discipline required, and how do you cope along with your perhaps college going on? Okay, how does it all gel up according to you?
Yes, sir. So actually, I feel there is a quite a gap between foundation and intermediate because we can't have a casual attitude like we used to have in our 12th or foundation exams. In inter, we need to be much more serious than we were before. And we have so many new subjects, as we said. So we need to give each subject the required time because tax is pretty new and it takes time to get used to and familiar with the subjects. And I think the syllabus is also quite vast, so you need to prepare well in advance that how will you revise everything on the last day. So from the first day itself, I had kept this in mind that the syllabus is vast, so I'll mark the sums which I can revise I can revise the next time because it's not possible to keep doing everything again and again. So that planning has to be there right from the start. And I think it's we need to complete the classes on time so that we can have that self study period because like till foundation after studying like after doing my classes I used to study for some time and it was all good, but in inter we need to have much more time for self study because we need to practice sums on our own. That's the difference, I think.
Okay. And what is your habit? Like in practical subjects, do you tend to practice by writing a lot, or you do rough scribbling or on the calculator and then move ahead?
No, like I try to write one or two sums max of a particular type. And after that, I used to practice on the calci, or sometimes I like to do some rough work, like just on like scribbling on the page itself, like we used to do in our classes. The same,
Yeah.
I think that's the best method for me at least.
Okay. And when you have been exposed to a lot of accountancy at CA intermediate, taxation at CA intermediate, cost, FM, I would say the exposure is very limited because 50 marks hardly counts. But still, which subject do you think you have been most inclined to?
Sir, actually, I have quite a lot of inclination towards finance. So financial management is what
Okay.
makes what interests me. So yeah, I have interest
Okay.
in finance.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And uh, your dad or mom, when they discuss
Yes.
the future career path or the
Yes.
opportunities that are opening in India and Bombay being the financial capital, do they tend to discuss about uh, the various fields as in taxation, audit, finance, which are offering greater opportunities? Any hope, any family discussion in this regard?
Yes, so even my family is inclined that like we are aligned on the point that finance has a great scope in the future.
Hmm.
So I also see myself going into finance after completing my qualification, CA qualification,
Hmm.
and I would like to do CFA as well. Like, so I'm actually giving my attempt in November 24, CFA level one.
Very, very good. Oh, so you must
Yeah.
have started studying for the same.
Yeah, I started after my intermediate exams. Like I started studying for some time every day, and gradually I'll pick up pace and
What have you
complete this with
completed
this.
so far in CFA level one?
So I have done alternative investments. I have almost completed, like I've done up till private capital
Hmm.
chapter, and I've completed half of quants.
Oh, okay. So tell me something. When you look at the content of the CFA curriculum and the way it is designed and the questions and the entire thing, and when you compare it with the content of CA, what difference do you find?
So I think like CFA is much more practical, the sums and all. I think there's nothing to learn as such. Like once we've understood the concept and we know the basics, I think we can solve the sums if we are conceptually clear. Whereas in CA, to some extent, we need to remember things, I would
Hmm.
say. Like in tax, we have to remember the tax rates. We need to know the provisions in order to solve the questions. Or even in FM, we had few sums which we had to remember the assumptions.
Yeah, correct. Do you remember the two
So that's
questions?
not the case.
Do you remember the two multiple choice questions in the FM paper which were wrong?
In our attempt, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You
Yes.
remember? So what was your
Yes. And
mentality? What
actually,
was happening at that time?
I actually spent quite some time solving the FM part. So I had almost crossed 1 hour 45 minutes completing FM, and I couldn't get those two MCQs right. So then ultimately I just marked two answers and I moved forward, because otherwise I would have like missed my SM paper.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you think, given your marks, that you might have got grace marks in those two questions? What's your assessment?
Sir, I'm not sure, but I think FM I must have scored plus of 45 marks at least, I think,
Okay.
out of 50.
Your total in FMSM is 86, I believe.
Yes, 86.
86. And in other subjects like cost,
Costing 98.
98.
Yes.
Okay. Believe me, even in FM, you would have scored this marks 98, provided it was 100 marks. Okay. And
Yes.
what about taxation?
Taxation 85.
85. Accounts?
Account 78.
78. Okay. Good. So now your CA final would most probably fall due in what, 27?
Yes, May 27.
May 27. Okay. Very good. Uh, I would just, and I hope you are also looking at a balanced aspect in your life, as in apart from studies, some sports and all that. You do that?
Yes. So I love watching cricket, and after studying, I used to go to the gym as well. We have a gym in the building. So to
Hmm.
refresh myself, I used to go every day for 30, 45 minutes approx.
Correct. Please maintain that. No matter what ever happens, try to maintain some balance. Quality time with family, as well as your physical thing, as well as some music or whatever arts. Okay, and everything. Good.
Yes.
Now, uh, from our point of view, as a very small gesture, anything that you are doing in future which we are providing, okay, whether these are stock market related practical classes, or these are CFA classes, or CA final classes, for whichever subjects we offer, do just drop a text message to me at my number or telegram or my staff. Okay, and obviously we are always there to ensure that you are getting that without any charges whatsoever. Okay, please, that's a least thing that we can do in this regard. Um,
Thank you
and
so much, sir.
yeah, and
Sir, yeah.
also if you are wanting to, if you are in a fix somewhere where you are not getting the way out in finance, especially, so do feel free to connect with me. If I can, with my humble experience, share some insights, I'll definitely do. Okay,
So,
like Jay has been doing what? When he is right now exposed to uh, international financial markets, what happens in Fed, the US Federal Reserve, whether they will cut interest rates in September or not. So he, many times when he's very clear about it, now what he wants to ask, he just WhatsApps me with along with his entire this thing as to what confusion is going on in terms of his understanding about geopolitics and all that, and he does it very discreetly. It's not that every day it happens. Maybe 1.5 month में एक बार जय का message आएगा, and the message is really good, something that is very genuine, and it's good that we are able to exchange our views. Ki, look, this is the way in which you should think about it. So I would welcome the same from your side, especially when I see so much inclination towards finance and your portfolio comprising of now CFA as well as CA.
yes, sir.
Yeah, feel free in that regard. I will just drop you a WhatsApp from my personal number, okay, which normally I don't share, so that one-to-one communication shall be open.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. And I definitely plan that somewhere, say in the next 6 months, if I were to visit Mumbai, I will call both you and Jay together, okay, and we'll have a lunch or dinner and have a lot of talk.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to that day, sir.
Yeah.
It would be an
Beside,
honor to do
yeah.
that.
And beside me, my kid is sitting, okay, in class 6, 10-year-old. And this guy is really wanting to wish you. He's impressed by AIR3. What do you want to say?
Did you watch the India World Cup final?
Yes, I did.
What was your reaction?
I was overjoyed. Like, I'm a cricket fan. I've been following cricket since my childhood, and after so many years, finally, no heartbreak, and we won the cup. So it was a
And I
memorable day
think
that, yeah.
me, mama, and papa are coming to Mumbai in October.
Okay, he's giving insider information. Yeah, we plan to, in fact, I forgot, we plan to come to Mumbai in October during the pujas.
Yes, sir.
And if you all are there around, JIU, so in that case, we'll meet up.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Athar, there's anything else you want to ask? You don't have to keep it to yourself.
No.
No. Now people will think that you are studying and I'm making you study. Can you see that? Now, I am not making him study at all. Okay. This homework his mama has given to him so that he has to study. Okay. So glad to keep touching you and getting the privilege to teach you. And you do very well in life. And let's meet up in October.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So I would like to say a few words about your lectures and you like.
Sure, please.
I think the lectures were fabulous, and I would say the in-depth knowledge that you have provided about the subject, I don't think anyone else can do that the way you do. And from the first chapter itself, when you had taught capital budgeting for 20 lectures, like I actually purchased your lectures after 20 lectures were complete. And I
Okay.
was wondering what you might have done in those lectures because it was 40 hours. But when I started watching those lectures, I understood that you had gone pretty much in detail, and now my concepts are so clear that I don't have to think again. Like it's sorted for lifetime, I think, because so it was brilliant. And like I would like I mostly I'll go with you only in CA finals because I was very satisfied with your lectures.
Yeah, that's true. But the main crux of finance, okay, you will be able to taste in CFA only. Because whatever we do,
Yes.
ultimately in CA, there are so many sums, you can't make a
Hmm.
great career by being a number cruncher. Okay, like we are talking right now, we're not talking 10,
Yes.
15, 20. We are talking judgmental things. So I
Agree.
think you will enjoy the base of finance when you actually study all these things in the CFA curriculum. Okay, computing NPV 50 times, how does it help? Tell me, in this world of artificial intelligence, we are guessing how much IRR should be, then taking a rate, then doing interpolation. Anybody can understand,
Agreed,
but
sir.
it's really, really archaic.
And writing all those like the decimal, the factors and all, where we can directly do it on a calculator.
Correct. So we really hope that future chartered accountants, which means in years to come, 5 years, 7 years down the road, will understand this and bring about a change in the CA curriculum so that efficiency is coming now. Why should we waste our precious brains into those things? Brain should be applied into so much happening around.
Completely agreed, sir.
Let's hope that happens. I'm actually hoping for the same because, whatever we do, we may condemn or criticize chartered accountancy for many reasons. But the fact remains is that the way CA spreads across the country in small towns, big towns, everywhere, okay, and the fact that ultimately everything has to be audited and everything has to be advised by chartered accountants. The only way out is that the CA Institute should really revamp the study material, bring in all the global standards, international practices, and make the program like in par with the CPA program in US. Okay,
Yes, sir.
the day it happens, I'm telling you the level of expertise that chartered accountants will be able to deliver to this country, to in the entire corporate sector, and everything would be overwhelming.
Agree, sir. Because in CA, we also like we go into the depth of financial reporting. So we have the mind to actually analyze the reports, analyze companies. And if we can add what you were saying about finance, and if we can have that analytical mind, I think no one can stop us.
Correct. With this having said, people will find a lot of discussion took place in this. Okay, usually जो इस तरह के sessions होते हैं उसमें और कुछ बातें होती होगी. For example, do you have a girlfriend and all that? I don't tend to go into those areas. I think those are too personal. Should not be discussed this way at least. Okay, so don't mind me being less open in this interview and all that. I am the way I am. Okay, we should all accept that thing. And I like communicating with you because otherwise I would not have spoken so much about the CA profession altogether. So
Yes.
it's a nice discussion that took place, and lesson to all the people who are going to appear for the CA Inter, that you got to keep a lot of study time for yourself. So if you're planning to appear, say in May exams, so you got to complete your curriculum by Feb so that you have March, April at least In fact, even that is short. Maybe you should complete by January so that 3 months you can do self-study. What is the idea you have about all this marathon and all that till the last day, even one day before the exam, just come home and listen to somebody's lecture? What do you
But
think?
I don't personally like, even during self-study, I don't usually prefer revision videos. I watch them only if I have some doubt in a concept. Otherwise, I'm totally for studying on your own, solving sums on your own. And I don't think marathon makes sense, at least to me, because ultimately we have to solve the sums
Yeah.
in the paper. And it,
You
yeah,
have to, our analogy, ultimately you have to sit on the driver's seat. We cannot always sit on
yes,
the driver's seat and make you sit over here. देखो कैसे चला रहे, तुमको मजा आ रहा है क्या, वातावरण है, ठीक है? That shouldn't be the case.
yes. And on the last day, we need to see the sums which we don't know. Like in the marathon, it is generalized and they'll explain everything that comes in the exam, but we know where we lack the sums which might go wrong if we don't see on the last day. So I think we must revise for ourselves, and marathon at least is a no for me.
Okay. वैसे it's a diversified crowd, you know. To some people it may be of a great help. So we are not generally saying. I was just asking his opinion.
Yes,
So nobody should connect anything out of it. Okay. चलो. Thank you. See you in October. पक्का से. ठीक है ना?
yes,
Bye
done,
bye.
sir.
My
Thank you
regards
so
to
much,
your,
sir. Nice talking to
yeah,
you.
and my regards to your family, your father and mother. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Bye, sir.